It's not a stone. Ithril's barrow. What? Are you gonna be hostile? No? Hi.
Yours is quite handsome. You should cherish it. A mortal has but one, although he wears many. Brave or bare, pale or plain, little is said, but in
Keep
time
your eyes peeled,
all is
Dargo.
written, in forests of grey or in barren canyons of earth. And when the night draws its curtains on twin suns, all that is left is nothing. All that was is hollow. Tell me, traveler, of what do I speak?
Oh my gosh, I was barely listening.
Safe travels.
What?
This should be good.
Wait a minute, we're fighting now? You interrupted me in the middle of a riddle solution, Dargo.
A fight?
I don't know what he's talking about. Hi.
What is it?
Well, I didn't get to ask her, or answer her about the riddle, and I don't know what any of these would mean.
An orc follows to the death.
Yeah, okay.
Those fools are actually fighting.
Alright, so there is a fight. Oh! Trolls. There's another one, right? Whew. Oh, that was her resurrected. What? She's going to kill a wolf. Okay, I'll let her do that. Here, do you want to take these troll hides? They're just
You
going
have
to
a
weigh me down.
grim look. Fine, let's trade then. Go where the challenge is greatest.
Wait a minute, you're not alive now, are you? You're still magically resurrected.
Don't be afraid to put on a brave face.
I wish I could have answered her riddle before we got interrupted by those damn trolls. Because now none of the questions I could ask would make any goddamn sense. You know what I'll do? Here's what I'll do. I'm just going to click one of these, but I'm going to say that I'm trying to answer her riddle, and then we'll see what she says. I don't know what she said, sorry. I could take my best guess.
Skin changers, flesh dancers, the tribe of the wandering faces. The hollow-faced men of Nohotogra go by many names. Like the chirurgeons of Cloudrest and the slave sculptors of Aliad lore, they are masters of the art of molding flesh.
This should be good.
Still have no idea what the hell she's talking about. Can't imagine that those men were easy to find?
Yes, as their existence is as much folklore as their abilities. I trekked to Hammerfell, unsure if my steps were made in vain.
Well, we're not far from Hammerfell now. How did you ultimately find these men?
Fight.
For 7 days and 7 nights, I marched across the dunes of Alikir. I collapsed on a nameless dune,
okay.
surrendering to the heat and the vultures that loomed overhead. Yet, as the birds descended, their faces lost all expression, their eyes as hollow as midnight. As it turns out, they were not vultures, but men, nomads, crossing the desert. I pleaded for water first, and for direction second. The 3 nomads obliged, and led the way. I had no choice but to follow.
Where did they lead you?
The next morning I woke up and was startled to find myself surrounded by 3 new guides, each bearing no similarity to the last. I insisted no, demanded they tell me what had happened to the others. They said nothing, and once more bade me to follow. So it went as we traveled across the coastal kingdoms, through sandstorms and mountains and the snake pit of Balhar. Every night I bade my guides farewell, for every morning I knew another set would take their place.
How long did that go on? Yeah, that must have been confusing.
Undoubtedly, it seemed I was going in circles. Finally, the guides led me back to familiar sands, and we followed the stars to the nearest settlement. When we reached the oasis, I thanked the last of my guides, and was about to set off when I realized for the first time I recognized their faces. Sullen eyes, thin lips, and hooked noses. They looked almost like vultures. Then I knew. The guides had never changed. Only their faces.
What happened after you realized who they were?
The guide saw my expression and nodded. I asked for his name, and if he would take me on as his disciple. You may follow, he said, but a name I cannot give, for to name a hollow-faced man is to walk the Alakir, and name the grains of sand.
So they cut and shape flesh, do they?
Must we prattle on about the particulars? I would much rather spend time in the arms of a young and handsome adventurer.
You're talking
But if you
about
must
me?
know, they are assassins, priests. Like followers of Sithis, the Hollows walk the path of the living void. The lifeblood of their magic comes from their tribal gods, to whom they pay tribute at the Shade Temple strewn across the Alakir. They walk this long pilgrimage. The sandstorms cut away at their flesh, shaping their countenance, eroding flesh and bone.
I don't know that I know enough about sand. I'm gonna say I doubt what she says.
You may find that hard to believe, but it is true in Hammerfell sand plays an important role in the shaping of all things. It is sand that allows the saw to cut and shape blocks of stone. Sand that is glazed on the bone cutter's knife as he reshapes your skull. And that is the answer to your query. It is not flesh that makes a face. It is cartilage and bone. Shape that, and the flesh will form around it.
Okay, I'm realizing that this lady is a little weird. I think we'll just take our leave. Leave her with her moaning Breton zombie. There was a journal here. Right here on the table. I don't know what happened to it. Let me go. Is it actually nighttime now? Yes, it is. Well, I would have liked to check out the journal. Perhaps it fell through the table or something, I don't know. She was interesting. Weird, but interesting. Good to know that she's here, though, in case I ever need to reshape my face for any reason. Maybe she can help with that. The hell are we? So I actually want to go back and get that werewolf loot. And I think we can, whoops, I think we can level up. It's nightfall. Take us to 140. We have one perk. Oh, we could actually go with block, couldn't we? We do have a bunch of one-handed perks to unlock. Marksmanship will take a while. Evasion. Remind me? Power attacks. Still don't do many power attacks. When's the next level available in Sneak? 25. Not far to go. Lockpicking? 50. Pickpocket? 25. 15. It is 15. Oh, it doesn't tell me what level 2 is. Okay. Increase your attack rate. Seems like these do the exact same thing. Fighting with one-handed weapons. Weapons, plural? Because this one is obviously Florentine style. 2 weapons at once. Does this one only apply if it's 2 weapons at once? If it does, then I don't want to take it right now. Let's take the sure thing. Just that one. I don't know, I was pretty goddamn fast before. It's hard to tell if that's faster or not. With me, gang? Gang? Let's find that werewolf. That was her kill. Ithariel? Ithariel. Right up here? We're gonna have to figure out where the hell we're gonna spend the night now. The orcs obviously don't want us to stick around. Werewolf pelt. Nice. Those are some big fangs. It's a mean looking motherfucker. I can only think that it had to have been easier to kill because it was daytime when we fought it. I don't know otherwise. Where are we going to spend the night? Rorikstead? It'd take us a long time to get down to Falkreath. Maybe there's a pass through here? Seems like the best bet. I don't know. What is this? Another dwarven structure. Reachwind Eerie? Scared the hell out of me. Whoops. Something else? Can't loot that thing. That thing doesn't have anything. You hit Dargo? No, you didn't. Oh, why do I keep hitting the wrong button? There's like, hi, maybe I can tan those too. What? Hey, 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 hey. Damn, Dargo, what the hell? She did hit him. He was teaching her a lesson. That's funny. Reachwind Eerie was... That thing needs to go away. It should not be floating like that. Reachwind Eerie sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar? Do I have it? I have no idea why that name sounds familiar. It can't, because I don't have any mention of it. It's not possibly a place we could spend the night. Is it occupied? It's not locked. Let's go find out. Dargo was apparently very unhappy with Hood. Let's get a quick drink here. Can't tell if that's a regular candle or magic. Hello?
Ah, a visitor. Word travels fast, it seems. As fast as time flies. Which makes sense, given that they're both a type of bird. No doubt. You came for the Argonian known as Two Tails. I am he.
I have never heard of you. I'm sorry.
Impossible. You speak to the first hero of the Fourth Era, blessed by the Divines, with a great and ancient power.
Yeah? What's that?
With it, I will vanquish a great evil that has returned from centuries of slumber, and now threatens the very fabric of our world. That's right. You would have guessed it had I not told you 2 seconds from now. I am Dwarvenborn.
I like this guy. I see. I've heard something about the Dragonborn. You're not referring to that, are you?
Dragonborn? Do I look like I have wings?
No.
No, I have horns and feathers and walk on 3 feet.
3 feet?
Just like dwarves. Besides, in war, fire is best fought with fire. And you don't bring a dragon to a dwarf fight, not unless it's Dwarvenborn. Nothing else can combat the infinite armies of Mazanok, the God Eater.
Who's Mazanok?
Your worst enemy and your best friend, as you are nothing but a dog to him. And like a good doggy, he's going to make you fetch dirt, then bring it to the surface while his army of centurions flog you with brass whips. Mazanok aims to devour the gods, at least the ones that live underground, and in doing so, propel our world into chaos, as it is written in the Histbark and inscribed in the assortment of spoons I keep in my pocket. All is not lost. For there is one that even the mad dwarf and his legion of machines fear. In their tongue, I am known as Thuamerdzin, Dwarvenborn.
Dwarvenborn. I am digging this dude. This guy's awesome. What kind of powers do you possess?
As Dwarvenborn, I possess what is known as the Machine Hand. Simply by placing my palms on a device, I can disable it permanently.
Okay, that's sort of useful.
I am now on a great quest to place my hands upon as many dwarven machinations as possible, so that I may render the God Eater's army inert. It doesn't matter if it's a broken spider or fully operational centurion. One touch from my machine hand, and no smith can repair it.
Got a machine hand, better than the rest. Green to red, machine hand. I haven't actually encountered anything dwarven. Sounds like if we went into a Dwemer ruin, though, it'd be handy to have you.
Unfathomable. I am a hero, the champion of Mundus. You dare insult me by suggesting I raid dwarven ruins like a common bandit?
Hey!
Raid them like an uncommon bandit.
Oh, okay.
You know, the kind that says please and thank you, and hates the predicament an unfair society has placed him in.
This is a very cramped space. I was gonna say he's insulting me because I'm a bandit, but he's actually okay with bandits, it sounds like. Why are you in this tower, dude?
It's the only place that's completely safe. Mazanok has his spiders everywhere, hiding in the dirt like eight-legged mud
I haven't
crabs.
seen him.
They're out there right now, burrowed in the mud, not
Ooh.
40 paces from where we stand.
Jesus.
In the grass and the weeds, like an insect's antenna. Only these antennae aren't like the kind you find on a bug. No, attached at the end are magical listening spheres, painted white to look like flowers. Cut in bows, fungal pods, tulips. His eyes and ears are everywhere, searching for the one they call Dwarvenborn.
I hope this guy's crazy because this sounds terrifying.
Honestly, there isn't a section of wall or piece of dwarven metal that I haven't blessed with my machine hand. It's completely quarantined.
How did you discover you were Dwarvenborn?
I was fishing near the coast of Niben Bay in Cyrodiil when I saw a bearded mage standing by the bank. In his hand was the ugliest fishing staff I had ever seen, but when he raised it to the sky, a massive island rose right out of the water. On it were rocks, chiseled into the shape of dwarven heads. Only they weren't rocks, but cheese.
What?
Then, waving the staff around some more, he conjured 3 beggars to eat away at the cheese rocks, from its mustache down to its chin. Their efforts revealed a secret portal.
What?
A gateway to the Dwemer homeworld.
Homeworld? I thought they disappeared. Did you go through the portal? What happened?
Curious, I followed him into the bay. I swam, he walked. I trailed him to the edge of the shoreline, just as he was about to enter the portal. Then he stopped and turned in my direction. I was hiding behind some brush, but I could have sworn he winked at me. Turns out there was just something in his eye. Specifically the arrow that I shot in his face for winking at me.
God, you killed him, you lunatic?
Didn't have a choice. He fired first. He just made an island come out of the bay. Now he was winking at me. For all I knew, he was going to waggle his fingers and cross his eyes and pull my heart out of my throat.
Okay. This what? Not. I can't remember even how to pronounce it. The God Eater.
They say he was a gifted dwarf, blessed with the ability to craft, repair, and if need be, marry machines, simply by touching them. Some even say he learned the way of the voice, that he could direct his spiders to sweep the floors by issuing a simple 3-word command. Something like broom floor sweep, or beep boop bop, or insert tube here. You know, common phrases of the machine tongue.
Sure.
Then, one day, while renovating an old cave, he came across a magic scroll written inside a tube of fungus. Inside was a 100,000-year-old prophecy. One had foretold what already happened 75,000 years ago, at the dawn of time. It told of the age of the soup people.
What?
Who flowed through the underground rivers of Nern like a creamy magma and were extremely delicious. It warned of a day in the distant past when the soup would turn cold. So cold, it congealed. These jelly blobs and their scabs would be what they've become. The early beginnings of man and beast.
Interesting. Weird, but interesting. That doesn't explain why Mazanok wants to eat them.
I told you they were delicious, didn't I?
Oh.
Seems that's reason enough.
Okay, so what are his plans?
Only what the gods foretold. They say Mazanok will come from the west, charging down a mountain, led by an avalanche of metal boulders, spheres. Behind them will be the mad dwarf himself, riding in a steam-powered war carriage, pulled along by dwarven mammoths.
Jesus.
They say when Mazanok makes his charge, the ore veins across Skyrim will melt, and the rivers will run bright with metal. Only the Dwarvenborn possesses the power to stop him. From here in the Eyrie, I can watch for his descent, as well as create a strategic barrier to protect myself from his spies.
I see. You are one interesting dude.
Until next time.
I'm gonna remember you're here. I don't know when I'll ever be back. But it is very interesting to talk to you. Where did he go? Did he go outside? No. What the hell? Where did he go? Expert. Could use my other animate lockpick, but I don't want to.
My blood's
Oh, there he is. What?
prefer
God damn, that's
boiling.
crazy. I probably can't touch any of this stuff. This is his.
On your mind.
No, dude, we're good. I mean, I suppose I could touch this stuff, but then I would have to kill him, and I don't want to do that. That's what I would think, anyway. I would think that he would.
How can I help you?
I wish this was a place to sleep. I would love to sleep here and talk to him some more. Dude is nuttier than an outhouse rat. I love him. He was so fantastic. He was interesting. Okay, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what? We're just going to camp right here, aren't we? Let me remind myself how I camp. Gosh. Campfire building. I think I just have my followers set it up, right? I think that's what I do. So,
You have a grim
Dargo.
look.
Quick options. Oh, that's an
Lead
easy
us to our
follower
next
thing.
task.
Here, dude, right over here. Or, okay. Maybe right out here.
You have a grim look.
Make camp. Whoa! Ah! Whoa. Whoa, sweet. You piled up some earth for the fire. That's odd. Everything's kind of floating. Okay, decently done, Dargo. I'll give you credit. It's good. That was one crazy conversation. So, one thing that I'm reminded of as I remember that I leveled up is, that Requiem does provide some attributes that are calculated from your stats. So I just wanted to see what some of these have become. We saw them when we first started. I want to see if anything's changed. Disease resistance is still the same, I think, because I'm Bosmer. None of this has changed at all. Movement speed has gone up, I think. Movement noises have gone... I don't remember where they were at first. Health generation the same. Magic regeneration. Stamina regeneration is a little bit faster just because we have that ring. Total mass, effective mass, equipment weight. 24% disease resistance. Stamina, moderate contribution from your health. Governed by health. Okay, that hasn't been affected. Magic hasn't been affected. Regeneration rate, governed by your magicka. Governed by your stamina. Okay. Movement speed. Hand to hand. One-handed weapons, I don't get a bonus. Two-handed, don't get a bonus. Daggers, bows, hand to hand, don't get a bonus. Thume mastery. Well, okay, I don't have any. That's weird. I don't know anything about Thume. I don't even know what it means. Okay, well, I think we'll just have a drink and retire for the evening. Oh, I haven't eaten anything today, have I? Let's have the Horker stew. Even though it's going to say that I'm over-encumbered now. Overindulged. Probably drop that. And some water. Bloop. Okay, I'm on first sleep. I'll take the last watch. How about that? Let's sleep for 7 hours? And until next time, everyone, take care.